North could be down. Okay, so up is forward. Back is down is back,
All right.
and north is up.
What the fuck are you saying?
Up is forward. Back is behind. Wait, no, down is behind, and up is north.
How can up be forward and north at the same time?
No, north is up. Okay,
But you said up is forward.
so imagine you had like a burrito. Are you imagining the burrito that you have?
Yes.
So you got a burrito. Yeah, it
Uh-huh.
faces towards your computer screen. That's up. It faces untowards the computer screen. That's down.
Yeah.
And you put it on its side so that it's facing up. That's north.
I'm fairly certain you'd have to put it on your bottom to be able to face upwards.
No, like you got the two sides, and then you got like the round
It can't
bit.
really
It's
be
like a
put on the
cylinder.
side when it's already
a
on
cylinder.
top side.
It's a cylinder,
Yes, it's
right?
a cylinder,
So
but
you-
it has a base that it stands on so that it can face upwards. You don't put it on the side to be able to face it upwards, you fucking moron.
No, so there's two flat bits, and then there's a circular bit in the middle. You put it on one of the flat bits to face it north. Is any of this getting through to you?
No, because you're being a fucking idiot.
Do you know what a burrito is?
I do. What the fuck is wrong with you?
So you-
Everything you are saying is stupid.
So you know what a burrito is?
Let me put it on its flat side and face it forwards. That's forwards, yeah? And if I turn it around, that's backwards, yeah? And then if I put it on its side, which it already is, and then face it that way, it's fucking north. What are you saying? You are making no fucking sense.
I'm happy I'm
What
recording.
is wrong with you?
I'm happy I'm recording this conversation that we're having because it's bloody brilliant.
You are the most retarded human being I've ever spoke to. Bitch, you said fucking south is north and north is south before. England is my city. What is wrong with you?
Oh, I'm on the floor.
First you tell me YouTube light mode sucks, and now you're
does.
telling me the directions are wrong.
YouTube light mode is awful.
Oh my god.
So, on that note, welcome to the first episode of the Death to Cancel Culture podcast. I'm your host, Mr. Epic Wonderful Zebenar, and here's my co-host, Flair Fox.
I wanna die.
And we're not racist, besides Ben. So,
I'm not racist.
yeah, but we only have your word on that,
It's
don't we?
just yeah, but it's just a case of one in a logical sense. If a white person is racist to any other
Oh,
race,
so you're racist in a logical sense.
can I just finish my fucking sentence? If a white person is racist to any other race other themselves, even the human race are technically not different, it's ethnicity, but whatever. Obviously it's racist. But if they are racist towards him, that's just as racist.
So,
Like, you can't just say, oh, a white person being racist to a black person is racist, but a black person being racist to a white person is totally fine.
oh yeah, that's fine, you know.
Like, that makes no fucking
It
sense.
doesn't. Like, people say, A black person can't be racist, but a white person can.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
no, like there is seriously a stigma where everyone thinks racism. Oh, so a white person being racist to a
Yeah.
black,
Yeah.
but like it doesn't work that way. It works both ways.
Also, apparently, you can't be racist towards your own race.
Well,
But
you
you
can't be you can't be racist towards another human being because race refers to being a human, the human race.
Okay, fine. You can't be.
If
You
an
can't be
alien-
creedist to your own creed. Is that better for you, Ben?
Something like that.
Creedist.
Technically, when you're being racist in whatever way you want to see it, you are alienating another ethnicity, not race, because you are all the same inherently. You are all human beings.
Yeah, but what about Liam?
Oh no, Liam is just an alien from another planet. But like still.
No one's gonna get that joke. No one's gonna understand that.
No one will get it unless you've recorded some stuff with him.
I don't think I have.
You haven't?
Oh no, I have. I do have a video with him.
Ooh. You've all right, yeah, sure. I'm sure you can go find that video on his YouTube channel
Yeah.
and then maybe like have a look at who Liam is.
It's the Old Town Road Autism Edition.
Yes. Liam is an idiot.
Mhm. I think you've summed it up pretty well. Bit of an understatement, but you've definitely summed it up.
Honestly, he sounds like he would probably support the EDL.
He does support the EDL.
Does he?
No, I don't know. Probably. I mean, let's be real. It's Liam we're talking about.
I want him to, because that would be the cherry on the top of that.
Just shaves his fucking head and has like a UK flag walking
Yeah.
down the streets of London.
EDL.
EDL.
Like, God's sake.
All I know is the Queen and Stella.
I'm a lovely wife beater drink called absinthe.
If the football ain't coming home, the wife ain't coming home. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. Oh God, no. My friend came up with this joke. I can't take credit for it, but he said to me like, you see, the difference between absinthe, like normal wife beater, and Stella is absinthe is just random domestic violence, so you'll probably just hit anybody's wife. With Stella, you have a target.
I bet you're the type of person who wouldn't have kids, so you just go to the park and beat other people's kids.
That sounds bad.
That sounds like something you would do, though.
I wouldn't beat kids. I would
annihilate them.
I would eviscerate them from existence.
I would turn them into a fine pulp and put them in my stew.
Yes. No, I'd probably just curb stomp a kid. But
fucking curb stomp them. Like, calm down, Boris Johnson.
I don't condone like child violence at all or child abuse. It's just
I don't condone child violence unless I'm not on camera.
Yes. I find it hilarious as much as I find like any
so you find child beating hilarious?
No, I find like dark humor to do with child beating hilarious.
that doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't necessarily make it any better, but the whole point of dark humor in the first place is inherently just to make light of something that's awful, to both bring it to attention and also to make people think, wow, what fucking idiots.
Like 9/11.
Yeah, precisely. Or the fucking Holocaust. When you make a joke about stuff like that, you are inherently saying, you're not laughing about the people that died, you're laughing at Hitler for thinking it was a good idea. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm trying to think of a comeback for that, but that's genuinely a good argument.
Yeah.
Like, I was going to say, what about neo-Nazis? But that wouldn't make sense.
It's nothing to do with laughing about the horrible things that happened and the people that it's to do with the idiot that thought it was a good idea in the first place.
Agreed. I think that's why Jojo Rabbit is such a good movie, because it shows like how idiotic Hitler was.
I do love Jojo Rabbit. It's for anyone that hasn't seen it. I have no idea how you haven't. But,
Who are you?
yeah, seriously. But it's a parody of Hitler Youth and things, and the Nazi army, the regime, the Reich, all sorts of stuff like that.
I don't think a parody is a very good way to put it, because it is very how Hitler or how Nazi youth was. Like it's very similar.
But it's inherently a parody because it's overly excessive and really stupid at times, and that's kind of the point.
Yeah, but I think a parody is all comedy, where it is serious at some points.
Yeah, like with the relationship between Jojo and I always forget her name.
The Jew.
We'll just call her that for now. She was spoilers if you haven't seen Jojo Rabbit. She was hiding in the attic. And towards the start of the movie, Jojo is like heavily integrated into the Reich because of Hitler Youth and propaganda and stuff like that. And he initially wants to report her to the Gestapo and have her killed and things. Towards the end of the movie, he builds a genuine relationship with her and realizes, wow, this is actually all completely stupid. Like, Jews are not monsters, they are just people.
What a surprise!
Yeah, what a surprise. I'm sure many people will not agree with me there, looking at you, neo-Nazis.
Oh, shit.
But,
wasn't expecting that.
I mean, they wouldn't, would they?
Looking at you, Zenith. Anyway.
Like, they're all heavily Catholic. They're not gonna believe that Jews are good people because they inherently had something to do with Jesus's death.
Even though Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah, but he believed himself to be a prophet, which is what Jews are against. There is no belief in traditional Jewish scripture that has anything to do with prophecy and prophets and things. Yeah. Prophets came when people kept changing the scripture and created the Bible and things to fit their own needs.
It's like, we don't like this version, so we're going to make our own version with all these crazy rules that contradict each other. That's the Bible.
Yeah, precisely. And the Bible itself was originally meant to be a control tool by the Romans because they adopted the Jewish culture and also Christianity and things when Jesus died. They still wouldn't leave these lands and they couldn't conquer them, so the only way that they saw a viable option to try and integrate them into their society is to adopt their religion directly. And they built a Bible around...
They built it?
Yes, they built a Bible. They wrote it and pretty much said, this is what you're allowed to do, this is what you're not. Hence why the 10 Commandments exists. And the whole point behind that was to deliberately control them in a way that they considered to be acceptable so that they could rule Jerusalem, which failed miserably because of Constantine, but either way, that was the whole point of the Bible itself. And even the Bible is full of so many misconceptions and so many things that were built on what people thought the world should be. Like Jesus and the representation that we know now, he would have looked more Middle Eastern, but instead
he wasn't white.
yeah, a priest decided, I can't remember his name, but he decided to represent Jesus as his own son. So he
Oh yeah, I
built
remember you
an
told me
appearance
this.
around this. But anyway, I've taken up most of the conversation here. Please continue.
So he made Jesus look like a hobo because his son looked like a hobo.
Yeah, I think it was something to do with power and him believing in some prophecy and stuff like that.
It was Ra all along.
Yeah. I mean, that is what religion is. It's usually just taking advantage of primitive people by giving them a belief and making them say, this is precisely what you need to do to achieve that belief.
So you want to go to heaven? Believe in this magic man in the sky that we know almost nothing about.
You want to go to heaven? Kill gays!
I shouldn't
Which
have
is
laughed
also,
at that.
which is also a misinterpretation of that line. The original point made before it was made into this idea that Christianity just hates homosexuals was that it was to do with pedophilia, not a man sleeping with another man. But
didn't it say a man must never sleep with another man or something? Or another lay?
no, it refers to the whole sexual act as not necessarily natural, but it was actually referring to man should never sleep with a boy. That was like the original interpretation of it.
The bad thing is we need to be told that.
Mm,
Why do you need to be told to not be a nonce?
that's a good point, actually. Why do people need to be told not to be a nonce? You think it would just be a normal thing?
Yeah, just make sure not to sleep with children. Why do
Keep your
people need to
hands
be
off the
made
altar
sure
boys.
of that?
Honestly. Maybe it was more for the priests.
Even though a couple of years ago it was that a lot of priests were found out to be nonces. It was like
Right.
it was headline news.
Precisely, like, as much as priests make jokes about it, it is actually a thing.
It's like, yeah, it's like, okay, choir boy, what I'm gonna need to do to check that you are a God's child. Just pull down your trousers there, and let me take a look at your knob.
Yeah, okay, just up and down. Yeah,
Yeah. You didn't need to say that. You made it worse.
I'm gonna make you sing, choir boy.
Ben,
Jesus.
you're a bad man.
I'm a horrible person, yes.
You deserve to be burned at the stake.
But like I said, I've stopped caring because you shouldn't care. The whole point of free speech...
Unless you're the choir boy who's being raped.
Right, yes, obviously. But the whole point of free speech is to build an immunity to stuff like this so that we as a society can move forwards and not have to worry about stuff to do with far-right feminism and things.
But then again, there is, you're acting like there's a fine line between hate speech and freedom of speech, where it's very big of a grey area there.
Like, there's obvious hate speech. Never be hateful towards other people. But there's stuff like where the world gets out of hand, where you cancel literally everything because the world has become super sensitive to it. To the point where we're meandering and arguing about stupid things like
Someone made a joke. They deserve to die.
Yeah, precisely. Or just stupid shit like, "What do we call fisherwomen?" Like it doesn't fucking matter.
It's like,
At all.
they're banning the word fireman.
Precisely. Ban Uncle Ben's and have it changed to just Ben's Rice because it has
Person
a
Ben.
black man on the front of it. And has
Genderly
some
ambiguous
vague
Ben.
notion to do with other cultures. Like, why does it matter?
Wait, didn't they actually change Uncle Ben to Ben's Rice or something?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
What the fuck?
Uncle Ben's no longer on the front of the packaging. It's just Ben's Rice in like weird font now.
The only thing that's going to change is Spider-Man not having PTSD every time he buys some rice. That's the only thing that's going to change.
Precisely. Oh no, I just clocked onto that.
Really, it took you that long to get that joke.
Ooh.
I thought when I said Spider-Man, that joke would have kicked in.
No, I heard like Spider-Man, and then you said like Uncle Ben and PTSD and stuff. And as I was saying the next thing, I was like, oh wait, yeah, no, I get.
Yeah, his uncle died.
Yeah. Oh god damn.
Why did you not clock onto that? Why did it take you that long to clock onto that
I don't
joke?
know. There's certain points where I just don't clock on to things because I'm focusing on what I'm saying, and then I just don't like always pay attention to everything the other person says.
And about 20 minutes ago, you called me the dumb one.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like I'm not wrong.
No, the burrito thing, it was totally founded.
I have a tally going for the amount of times you've said something stupid, and I'm up to 54. Like, it's ridiculous.
But I've had points degraded for saying smart stuff.
Yeah, occasionally. So really, the tally would be a hell of a lot higher by now.
No, but the burrito thing, it was understandable. You just...
Actually, no, to be honest, what was your point there? Because now you've just proved to everyone else that there is possible times where things have been taken off and stuff have been added. So you've probably done more stupid shit than 54.
No, burritos, Ben. Burritos. Up, down, and north. They're the three ways that a road burrito could go.
It doesn't make sense.
It does.
It does not make sense.
Burrito going up, that is facing towards your screen, right?
Yeah, but you said, oh, it's on its flat side.
Yeah.
And you said it's on its side.
No, it's like facing up.
No, you said it was on its side when you originally told me. So I was like, what the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, it's a cylinder, right? And there's two sides, and then there's the big circular side. The non-circular side, if you stand it on that side, then it's facing north.
Right.
And we're back on the burrito thing. How did this happen?
I don't know. Either way, this man said to me, completely other way around, if you put it on its side, I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Now that you have corrected yourself, it does.
See? So you're saying that a burrito can stretch up, down, and north?
Ideally, yeah. If you actually explain it properly.
I have.
No, yeah, like now, not ages ago.
Ben, you just don't... you're not a burritoologist like me, so you don't know about these things.
Yeah, I don't care about burritos.
What? Excuse me, sir?
Lad, burritos are nice every now and then, but it's just not my thing.
What, do you not get 3 chalupas with every order?
No.
Wow.
I'm just not that into burritos.
You disgust me, you know.
And I disgust people with my existence.
Yeah, like, Ben, what I want you to do...
I exist and God seems to hate me.
And I'm everything that God loves. Straight, white, male. I'm the whole package.
Yeah, dumb as well.
God loves dumb people. That's why he's a god.
Them in the first place.
We came up with the same joke and just worded it differently.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, so as I was saying, I want you to throw yourself into a microwave, please.
Nice. We need to move on to something else. Like we've spoken about
We've spoken about
religion,
burritos and religion.
Like,
Like,
come on.
if
let's
everyone
pick
isn't
something
offended
else.
already, what we gonna do?
Probably.
Also, abuse that came up.
Yeah, if you didn't get it by now, this is kind of a no limits podcast where we just do not care.
Yeah. So basically, if you're on Twitter, get the fuck out.
Yeah, like the whole point of the podcast is it's going to offend people on Twitter in the first place. That's kind of the point. But the whole reason for the podcast is to speak about stupid stuff and also sometimes some very serious issues, make light of them and bring them to attention, and also just make some good points on
So we'll give you 5 seconds to leave.
them. Yeah, precisely.
So Ben, what's your opinion on North Korea?
Oh god, fat guy with nukes. That's my
Fat guy with that is how you do it. Fat guy with nukes.
Yes, fat guy with nukes. He already hates us, like with that one sentence.
He hates everyone.
I feel as though he does. Yeah, he threatened to nuke America several times.
Like, if he was really about it, he would just nuke them. Like,
yeah.
come on, Kim. If you're really about it.
Not that he really could anyway, because his missiles do not reach as far as the US.
Yeah, so it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, at the most he could maybe do some damage to,
Florida.
I don't know, in Ukraine.
Ukraine.
But seriously, he could really not do that much damage.
You know you could just wrap around the world, right?
Yeah, he could wrap around the world, but even then, he wouldn't be able to send a missile over the whole of the sea.
Fair enough.
Like, Hitler had to launch V1s from France because it was the closest point possible to be able to make them effective.
Oh yeah, that's a point, you know. That's spicy. Why did I say spicy?
Like, missiles do not go as far as people really think they do.
It's like, I'm gonna bomb America. No, you're gonna bomb. The most you're gonna bomb is Scotland.
Yes, probably. Actually, wouldn't Scotland be even further away?
Wait, then. So you're saying that America is further away from England than Scotland?
No, I was talking about North Korea and Scotland being further away from North Korea than the US would.
I would have done a North Korean accent then.
Uh-huh.
And that would be pretty difficult considering I don't know what the North Korean accent sounds like.
I don't know what it sounds like either.
Does Korea even exist?
Probably.
I think it's a liberal myth.
Indeed. Though, to be honest, considering we have Squid Game, I would say it does.
Nah.
Actually, you know, that's a good fucking segue. Squid Game has recently got into trouble with the UK government.
Oh, yeah. Let's pretend like we haven't already tried recording this once.
Shush. We did try this once, but he lost all the recordings.
No, my computer was like, hey, you want your recording? No, I'm going to corrupt it.
Yeah, precisely. No, on the news, it was a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember specifically when, but I was sat in front of the TV with my parents just watching the news.
I think you had some bacon as well, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I was having some lovely fucking bacon. It's lovely.
Lovely fucking bacon.
Muslims, you're missing out.
Yeah, what? No, I'm going to continue. I'm sorry, I was going to try and
No,
say something.
I will talk about that afterwards, because I'm kind of curious as to what the belief behind, where the belief behind pigs actually came.
It's like, why would God cut the line at the deli aisle?
Yeah, it just seems a bit. But anyway,
That's not a potato.
yeah,
Shut up.
it got into trouble with the UK government because a bunch of kids were watching it, but it was mostly not really the show's fault because obviously it has an 18 rating on it to
15.
begin with.
It's
Is it
15.
15?
Yeah, it's 15.
It should be 18.
You know, but I mean, in some places, fucking Rick and Morty is rated a U. So
What? Wait, I'm sorry.
I'm not joking. The first time I watched Rick and Morty on Netflix, right, it was a G, which is the equivalent of a U.
It's nothing unsuitable for children. Gore, alcoholism, depression, anxiety.
Yeah, I'm not fucking with you. It was a G. If I had a thing, I'd show you.
God, this is fucking Watership Down all over again.
Yeah, you know, bunnies being murdered horribly. Yeah, it's for
Yeah,
kids.
bunny
Stick a U on it, send it out.
But because it has cute animals on the front and it's also animated, it's definitely a family film.
I mean, it was back in the day when there were no adult animations.
But then again, like that is a really big security problem.
They should have just watched the film.
Yeah, because if someone just decides, like, I'm gonna make an animation that's really gory and then make it look child friendly on the front cover, they don't watch it and they just assume it to be like a completely child friendly film. Then
By the
that's...
way, we are talking about the original one, not the baby bitch Disney one.
Or the new 3D one, which is not very good.
Wait, there's a new one?
Yeah, there's a photorealistic live action one, which it just I don't know. It's weird.
Also, I don't really want to see live action bunnies getting murdered. I wouldn't really want to see that anyway.
The score is not even as high as it used to be.
But it's still dying bunnies, which I'm not the biggest fan of.
But
animated bunnies, they're fine. Fuck them.
Yeah, completely U-rated, yet it has bunny murder in it.
I mean, don't actually fuck them. Just like, I'm digging myself a deeper hole.
Yes, yeah, just shush. But moving back to like this topic at hand, it's not really the show's fault because a bunch of YouTubers, probably the YouTubers that decide, oh well, I'm gonna make loot box gambling videos on the internet and that'll be totally fine.
It's like today's video is sponsored by secret gambling game.
Yeah, precisely. Come on, kids, let's buy FIFA packs.
Oh my god, it's Ronaldo!
Yeah, precisely. There is so much wrong with that. It's child manipulation and child gambling. Like,
yeah, FIFA. Stick a U on it, send it out.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself. The YouTubers that do that, and also just generally EA.
I mean, then again, though, there was a massive lawsuit about Overwatch, for example, having to remove loot boxes because it was counted as gambling.
Yeah, I mean that sort of makes sense.
And for some reason, they mentioned Black Ops 3, even though it's an 18 and technically they're allowed to have loot boxes in those games.
Right, but at the same time, like, I would argue with Overwatch that the loot boxes themselves are cosmetic and have nothing to do with game changing.
Yeah, but you still don't know what you're getting, which makes it gambling.
Yeah, of course, but obviously, actually, no, to be honest, I'm saying that, like, skins don't matter, but for some reason, Fortnite kids seem to think so.
Skins equal skill.
Yeah, precisely. I mean, a couple of years ago, kids were bullying other kids for the skins.
Oh, yeah, for having a default skin.
Oh, you're a default?
Well, I have Skull Trooper, so L. Take the L, kid.
L. Like, just shut the fuck up.
Please throw yourself into a well.
You're not cool, please.
Sit on a pine cone.
Commit die.
Put a toaster in the bath.
Put your phone in the microwave.
Please stab yourself in the urethra.
Oh, that sounds awful.
Exactly. That's the point.
Yeah, precisely. But for God's sake, I
We
keep
keep
getting
going
off
off topic.
Yeah, Squid Game.
Anyway, speaking of going off topic.
Oh my god, just let me finish. A bunch of YouTubers and things have been reenacting scenes from the show on YouTube, with their different videos and things. Obviously, with a child audience in mind, and now kids are reenacting the same scenes in like schools and stuff. And a bunch of kids are starting to watch the show.
That's why school murder rates have gone up.
Probably.
It's like, you moved when I said green light. Bang! Or red light, even.
Precisely.
I mean, sure, that's just not the bad parenting, though.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you let, like, taking away the YouTubers for it, why would you let your kid watch Squid Game anyway?
Precisely. Like, you shouldn't be letting your kids watch Squid Game. You should be monitoring stuff. There are parental controls for a reason. But even then, people on YouTube and how easily accessible that is, especially child communities and YouTube channels orientated towards children, should not be doing that at all.
So I could scroll down onto YouTube right now and probably find the Squid Game video.
Yeah,
let me
and
do
it'll
that,
be
actually.
by some children's channel or something along the lines of that, or a channel orientated towards younger people. And yet, it will feature all of the scenes and motivate kids to go watch the show when
Okay.
they really should not be.
I'm on here. I'll go down Roblox Squid Game funny moments. Like, I didn't even have to scroll down. That is the 6th video it shows.
Honestly. Plus, putting stuff like that in kids' games like Roblox, where a kid's gonna search up Squid Game and now they know what the show is, and now they're gonna want to watch it.
The thing is, Roblox Squid Game has kind of become such a meme now. It's like a huge thing to play Roblox on Squid Game. Or Squid Game in Roblox.
But memes resonate with Zoomers so well, so it's going to spread everywhere in schools, and that's going to become more of a So it's just like parents are not handling it properly, and YouTube channels shouldn't be doing what they are doing, but they are doing it anyway.
The
And
thing
it's
is, a lot of these kid YouTubers, they just follow the trends. So it's like, if Squid Game's big, I'm going to do this because it's going to get me lots of moolah dosh. Cash money.
Precisely. Without any regard for what it might actually do.
Yes, like, oh, this game or this TV show is rated for adults. Let's shoot some children.
I mean, I don't know.
No. Ben, I'm gonna have to censor that.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't think I can put what you just said out. I'm going to have to censor that.
That was a bit much. School shootings are a genuine thing that should not happen, and bullying is a serious issue that leads to these horrible things. And gun control, I don't agree with the idea of taking guns away from people, especially if this person is completely responsible with it, knows that it's not a toy, uses it for competition shooting or target shooting, or just generally for fun at the range. But there should be something better in place, like a psychoanalysis, to ensure that the wrong people can't purchase them.
Oh, speaking of guns, you remember the Paris attack, right?
Yes.
There was this guy who made Christian guns, and he put like psalms on them and stuff. He put like religious, like extracts on the guns, right?
Oh god, I know where you're wrenching this from, but yeah, go ahead.
It was like he said, "Oh, I want other people to take up arms. Other people of my faith take up arms." When that is what ISIS do.
Yeah, precisely. Like, kind of a bit hypocritical of you to hate on ISIS and then do the exact same thing.
It's like we need to stop people hijacking a religion to kill people by hijacking a religion
to kill
to kill
people.
people. Like that doesn't make sense.
It's like the Crusades. We want the Holy Land back, even though it wasn't ours to begin with.
Yeah, but now it is ours.
Yeah, but now it is ours, and now it isn't again because we sucked and failed like so many crusades.
It's like how loads of these Mongols took over China and lost it in about 50 years.
Yeah, mostly because of just petty disputes.
It's like their leader died and then it all broke apart.
Precisely. If you don't have a strong leader in place, then your civilization is gonna fall apart. But
yeah.
I suppose it's kind of just civilization in general. No matter what society you go to, there will always be someone at the top that will always remind you of the differences that you have so that you can fight with each other, and they can strictly say, no, you can't do that, you have to do this. And you can be like, oh, wow, so amazing, sensible. Like, it's a ruling class dilemma where they keep the poor fighting with each other so they, the rich, can run off with all the fucking money.
The rich get richer.
Precisely.
Coming back onto guns.
Yeah.
Russia did something.
Right.
Or was it Russia? What was it? Who was it?
I don't know. Like, what are you specifically referring to?
Bullets.
Oh, the Russian ammo ban. No, it was America. America banned Russian imports and Russian ammunition, which has put a massive dent in 9x39 Parabellum, 7.62.
How did that affect the UK though? If America did it though.
Well, the issue is that now that everyone can't purchase Russian imported ammunition, bearing in mind that these specific bullets are mostly created in Russia, so it's a huge dent in the market. Now that they can't buy these, they decided, oh, well, I'm just going to hop to a different platform. And a bunch of them decided, all of a sudden I'm very interested in 38s and 357s. And thus, we have no 38s and 357s in the UK at the moment because America keeps buying them up.
Yeah. Also, why is there this massive stigma that Russia, like, their guns are bad?
I don't know, because their guns are very robust, they're very durable, sometimes accurate, not necessarily, but they'll put a lot of rounds down range and usually hit within a certain area.
It's like, yeah, I get Russia, USSR, vodka, but why is there such a stigma with guns and bullets?
I really don't know. It's just capitalism versus communism.
Even though Russia isn't really communist anymore, because they're not the Soviet Union.
Not so much anymore, yeah, but even then, there's still a very big stigma between the US and Russia, who very clearly hate each other.
Yeah, for some reason, it's like Trump didn't like Russia, so now America doesn't like Russia even.
And of course, a civilization is directly influenced by its top people, so its politicians.
Yeah, it's like Boris is like, oh, I went on a bike ride, but no one cares. It's like Britain's the only person who doesn't do that. If Boris does something, we're gonna make it our mission to not do that.
Yeah, or purely to make fun of it the entire time that it's being posted around.
It's like Boris goes, "Have you ever had a vegan sausage roll?" And Greg Sales, they just fall.
Yeah, precisely. Or everyone just now refers to it as vegan,
Vegan.
like ironically.
Have you had a vegan sausage roll, Ben?
No, I have not had a vegan.
You've not had a vegan sausage roll.
No, because I like my meats. Nothing
What do you
against
like,
vegans
Ben?
or vegetarians. I
None.
just have
You like meat,
no
do
interest
you?
in that.
You're a fan of meat.
Yes, I'm a fan of lots of meats.
What kind of male meat?
Ha ha, funny. This joke doesn't work when the other person is homosexual.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Like, it doesn't quite work that way.
God is not a fan of you. And we're back onto religion. How fun!
Yeah! God
Rem-
hates me.
We're the faggot haters. Anyway.
He's a fag. That's wrong. How can you say that? What? Freaky alien genotype.
Or, in fact, a bundle of sticks.
And for the few people that got the joke I made, thank you.
I didn't get it.
A lot of people will probably get it if they have actually watched it. Yeah, you know what? I'll say precisely what it is and why I'm kind of annoyed that it hasn't continued. DBZ Abridged or Dragon Ball Z Abridged, one of the very originals that was heavily popularized, still holds up to this day. First few episodes are obviously a bit dated, but as you keep going through the series, you can tell they worked on it so much more. I'm annoyed because we'll never see another episode of it. And the reasons that were provided was pretty much they didn't want to keep doing it out of a lack of motivation to, and just the idea that the writing would degrade, which is fine.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Which is totally fine. But then the story kept changing.
What do you mean?
It went from, oh, we just had no motivation to, oh, well, actually, no, it was because of copyright reasons. And thus people began to think, like, no, this seems really suspicious, especially considering before you even announced that you didn't want to do the Boo Saga, you promised to everyone that you were going to do it.
I think everyone who like stopped doing something on YouTube is because they have a yacht waiting for them.
I mean, they made a boatload of money off the series, which they cannot make anymore because, to my next point, copyright issues. No one else, apart from like a few of the voice actors for the original series and Toei Animation, had a problem with it.
I think since they edited it so much, I think it was allowed.
Yeah, it's strictly fair use. It should not be a copyright issue, but it is. And pretty much the voice actor for Goku, I can't remember his fucking name. Not that I would care, because all he cares about is money anyway.
Is the voice actor for Goku who does it in a bridge? Is that like the original voice actor in the real show, or is it like a very good impersonationist?
No, a very good impersonist. The abridged version has a very good impersonist for the original. Though, to be honest, I wouldn't say like a very good impersonist because the voice is inherently different in the abridged. It's way more childlike. But in the original show, the voice actor for Goku and just a couple of other voice actors that I can't really remember had a huge problem with it.
With what? With them ending it?
No, they had a huge problem with them making it.
Then why did they say yes to the job?
What do you mean?
Like, if they hated them making it, why did they say yes to the voice acting?
They didn't do the voice acting. What do you want about?
You said the voice actors had a problem with it.
No, the voice actors for the original series
Oh,
had a problem.
okay, I see.
Dumbass.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
The voice actors for the original series had a huge, and I mean huge, problem with the people making an abridged series out of it. And pretty much attempted to sue them or threatened to sue them.
Which you
if they,
cannot do.
yeah, if they don't stop, which they are not the relevant owner of the show, so like that
That's not
pretty
how it
much
works.
that pretty much went nowhere, of course. Toy Animation and Funimation and stuff own the show, so
Funimation own it.
they own it as like something they assist in dubbing and generally animating and things.
Oh, okay.
But Toy Animation,
So it's basically them owning like stock of it.
Toy Animation and Fuji TV are the ones that are truly behind it. And they attempted to sue them. I believe they threatened to sue them. They can't do that because they're not the owners of the show directly, so obviously that went nowhere. But then Toy Animation, because they kept like crying about where it's stealing money, even though it was making no money.
And a completely different show.
Yeah, and it's to do with Patreon donations. They're not making money off the video, but that's
they're doing
what
it for the love of the video.
Yeah, precisely. Like, as they say at the start, the following is a non-profit fan-based parody.
Yeah.
The only profits they ever made were through Patreon donations, which has nothing to do with the actual show that they were making on YouTube.
And a lot of the Patreon went straight back into the show.
Yeah, precisely. And a lot of people checked out the original show because of the abridged, but thus the voice actors go crying to Toy Animation and say, oh, well, they can't do this, yada, yada, yada. It's thieving money, even though it's not. And
they're going to be getting more money from it because more people are checking out DBZ.
Yeah, precisely. And thus they can't make the Boo Saga because Toy Animation says you need to stop this and you need to stop this now.
Yeah.
Like, they had no problem with it when it was smaller, but once it got much bigger, they really did not like it.
I think that's the thing, though, with a lot of things. It's like, oh, once it's small, it's like, oh, they're barely making any money off it. That's not going to make a difference to us. It's like, oh, they're making money that would affect us now. Let's steal their money.
Yeah, even though they're not making money that would affect them anyway, so like that's just fucking wrong.
It's like, oh, popular thing, now my popular thing.
Yeah, like Hellsing Abridged. The studios behind the original show, when Team 4-Star was making Hellsing Ultimate Abridged, they pretty much said, yeah, sure, whatever.
That's big, like, round of applause to them for letting that happen. So a lot of studios wouldn't do that.
They were like, fuck it, yeah, sure, go for it.
Like, if you're having fun, let's have some fun.
Because obviously they're not making profit off it to begin with, so it wouldn't be a problem.
I think, like, obviously not the best thing to do, but what the DBZ studio could have done is like, okay, I get that this is good and it's big. Since it is ours, give us a bit of it, but you can take like most of it. That's obviously not the best option. The best option is doing nothing about it. But a better option they could have taken is taking some of the money from it.
Taken. I think you meant taken.
Yeah, you get what I mean, though.
Yeah, precisely. They could have just said, give us a cut, and we won't do anything about it, and you can keep making the series for as long as you like.
Yeah, because then they're still getting money off the abridged version. But then the creators who made it are still getting money as well. So it's a win-win.
Precisely, but apparently it's supposedly to do with like motivation, even though apparently it's not now. So I don't know. I don't know what they wanted to do. And a lot of people were really insulted by the fact that they just decided to stop the show when they promised to do the Boo Saga. But oh well.
Yeah. Though things do fall through, but it's like a lot of things do fall through, which I don't really think is a thing to be annoyed about.
Yeah.
It's like you shouldn't promise things that you can't deliver on, though.
Precisely. You shouldn't say we're gonna do this and then just not do it.
It's not like say, oh yeah, sure, I'll do this interview or whatever, and then just don't show up.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's like a
Oh.
big thing, but
Oh god, what's the fucking God, Nancy Prince. What's his name? Prince Andrew, is it?
the nonce, yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
old Andy.
I'll show up for this interview
Sweat.
about me being a nonce, and then just doesn't show up.
I mean,
I think
That-
that proves more that he is a nonce.
yeah, like show up
If he doesn't
to
even
not
try to
to at least
defend
not
himself.
incriminate yourself more. Wait, oh, have you seen the interview that he actually did where he's like sweating? He's like, the
yeah.
reason I am sweating is because I was in the war and I have a PTSD, which makes me sweat a lot.
Yeah, okay, nice. Here's the thing about that. There's currently nothing to make you think about the war,
Yeah,
or nothing to trigger it.
yeah, that's not really how PTSD works, mate.
Hmm.
Like something has to link it for that to happen.
Yeah, the whole thing behind post-traumatic stress disorder. Actually, I need to talk about this in a second. But post-traumatic stress disorder, it's triggered by sudden noises or things that directly remind you of the war. So
That's why no one with PTSD has ever watched Hacksaw Ridge or Saving Private Ryan or something.
Like if you associate the war with, I don't know, gun smoke, and happen to be in an area where a lot of people like smoke, it may remind you about it and send you into one of those moments. But the common one is explosions and sudden noises, where something crashes and you immediately sink back into that moment.
And yet you're in a very calm room with someone talking to you. Unless the worst bit of the war for you was talking to someone, that's not going to happen.
You had to talk to people, like.
So, oh no, my commander is talking to me. Ah!
Damn it, social interaction. Which is kind of how I just feel as a person these days, a part of the new generation. Ugh, I don't want to be. I don't
Leave
want
me
to
alone,
speak to
Mom.
people. Mom, I'm 18.
Get the fuck out of my
Leave me
room. I'm
alone.
playing Minecraft.
Jesus.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. Mom, in my room, I'm playing Minecraft.
I can't go that high anymore. I wish I could.
I can't go that high. I'm like making it sound really voice cracky, and that's it.
Well, continue with what you were saying.
Yeah. So there is nothing in that room to trigger PTSD, yet for some reason you're claiming it to be. And the other reason why you'll typically sweat is because you're stressed, and if someone's asking you questions about
You being a
pedophilia,
nonce and being
and
friends
you're
with
getting
big old
stressed
Jeff.
about them, obviously that's going to make you look like a nonce.
Yeah. It's like it's not certainly a good idea to sweat when you're being asked, "Did you have a sleepover with Jeffrey Epstein?"
Why was Prince Harry so miserable?
Let's not.
Prince Andrew touches Harry.
Ooh.
Uh.
Let's not go into that, Ben. Bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea. Bad
Just
idea.
Twitter. I mean, like you give a fuck.
Yeah, no, I do not care. Like, mention anything to do with Twitter. I have something wrong with you. I think I should I really do not care. I don't use Twitter. Goodbye.
Twitter. Let's have a talk.
Bye.
Minecraft Dream SMP is bad.
Nice.
Open the floodgates.
I don't even know what that is
You
because
don't know what Minecraft is.
No, I don't know what Minecraft Dream SMP
Oh, Dream
is.
SMP. Do you want me to explain it to you?
Yeah, okay. I imagine it's some stupid shit anyway. So
What it is so do you know about the uproar of like loads of these new big Minecraft YouTubers?
No, not really.
Okay, well there's loads of people like who are called like Tommy in it, Tubbo, Wilburset, whatever. They're all like really big Twitch streamers for Minecraft.
Okay.
And basically, the biggest one at the moment called Dream. He's started a SMP. I'm guessing you know what SMP is.
No.
Okay, it's a survival multiplayer server.
Right. Okay.
So he's got all of these.
I sound like a total boomer right now, but I don't play.
What's
Minecraft?
Minecraft?
Yeah. No, I haven't played Minecraft for a really long time because I played the shit out of it when it was in its younger days, and now I don't care anymore because it's just boring to me now.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, continue.
So they got all these new big Minecraft YouTubers into one server, and basically everyone started stanning them. Do you know what a stan is?
No.
Oh, okay. Stan. Basically they're obsessed with this one person, and they base like their whole Twitter over that person. It's like their profile picture will be that person, their banner will be that person, like all their tweets will be about that certain person.
So just really fanboy, fangirlish.
Yeah, all girls. There are no like male stands.
Interesting.
And everyone on Twitter adores them, right? So you say it's bad, they're gonna come after you.
Right. Okay.
So that's why
So-
Dream SMP Minecraft is bad.
Yeah, because then Twitter will absolutely hate you. for saying-
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I thought it was going to be something to do with like a content creator server drama or something like that.
Oh
but-
no, it is that. It is that. The content creators on that server have drama like a lot. It's
To
like
be
that-
honest-
there's this one person on it called Jay Schlatt. I don't know if you've heard of him,
I have not known.
but he gets cancelled like every 5 seconds.
Nice.
There's a whole Twitter account based on how long it's been since he's been cancelled. As like every month it's like 0 days.
Every 5 seconds, JSlad is cancelled.
Yeah.
Pay £2 a month to save JSlad from Twitter cancellation.
You know what actually happened? He tweeted out, oh, Philip is going to die in this month. And then he actually did die in that month, and he got unverified.
Ooh.
Like,
Ooh.
just unlucky prediction there.
Very unlucky, yeah.
Yeah.
That is very unfortunate.
It was very
Uh-huh.
funny, though.
I'm sure it was funny at the time, yeah. Oh god. Speaking of like content creator server drama, did you ever hear about the Rust OTV server drama?
I think you've told me about it before, but I think I've Is it the one with XQC?
Yes.
I think you've told me about it before, but go over again because I've probably forgotten about it.
Yeah, entirely. Okay, so Rust OTV, or the Rust Online Twitch TV kind of thing. So I can't remember who the server was being made by. For the sake of just reference, we'll call them Jay. Jay's been making this server for a while. And they now want to test out the server. They have two servers. One of them is a roleplay server that's purely PvE, and the other is a non-roleplay server that is PvP for WoW. You have the Rust roleplay server, which he invites a bunch of people to, specific people, to the server, brings them all in to test out the server, limits it to these number of people first, and doesn't allow anyone else in just to make sure the server's running.
That seems fine so far.
And to make sure the content creators would actually get along. And the roleplay server isn't even the problem here. The problem is the impatient Twitch streamers that couldn't be asked to wait for the roleplay server.
Okay.
The roleplay server was, at the time, closed to only very specific people to test the server. But the PvP server was already open, and it was pure PvP, go at it, fight each other, have fun. There was like some rules, just generally, don't constantly keep killing people, don't kill nakeds and stuff like that. Just stuff where it's like, let others build up so that you can actually have a fair fight.
Like, have you heard of this thing called like the fair war thing?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, there's this thing in usually philosophy and ethics called the just war theory.
Right.
Where basically there's three sections: what you should do before war, during war, and after war. And one of the rules in during war is make sure that someone can actually win. Like, make sure there's a chance that the other people can win.
I mean, no one has ever abided by that ever.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
but still. Look,
Interesting.
Rust.
Well, anyway, precisely like that, let others build up so that the PvP is actually fun. Don't just go randomly killing people if they have absolutely nothing, or don't keep doing it repeatedly. Anyway, all of the really hardcore Rust streamers and YouTube content creators went onto the PvP server initially, but all of the roleplay servers that wanted to go onto the roleplay servers decided to try the roleplay server, which they couldn't get into because it was locked to a certain number of people at the time, so they couldn't use it.
Mm-hmm.
So instead, they decided to go on the PvP server. What do you think's going to happen when you put a bunch of role players and hardcore Rust survivalists together?
I don't think it's going to end well, Ben.
Yeah, no, not quite. So originally at the start of the game, the role players said everywhere on the beyond the southern border is a role play area and no one's allowed to kill each other. Automatically, that already pisses off every PvP player that wanted to play PvP. But they said, the North is PvP, the South is roleplay. And they said, okay, yeah, sure. And it's an unofficial rule, it's not one that's written. So it's not really supposed to be there, but every PvP player was mildly irritated by it, but said, yeah, okay, fair enough.
So one of those unwritten rules of school. It's like never shit.
So they said, yeah, okay, fair enough, and immediately went north, and most of them built there. Some of them did build in the south, and then just would occasionally go up north to do PvP. But it was perfectly fine for the most part. Thus begins everything.
Everything.
You see, the PvP players now have a stigma towards the role players, so a lot of them start trolling the role players by stealing their horses and knocking down a few houses. The role players then respond by publicly shaming them and sending massive crowds from their own Twitch streams onto their streams to harass them.
Oof. Like the bad version of a raid.
And thus we have the problem. The PvP players hate the role players, and the role players hate the PvP players. The biggest issue that happened around this time was to do with two content creators who were both PvP people, and two other content creators, which were, of course, the role players. This was Sir Winter and, I believe, Zuckles. I
Were
can't
they were
comment-
PvP or roleplay, were they?
They were PvP.
Okay.
Zuckles and Sir Winter are hardcore Rust players, which, to be honest, they have done roleplay stuff in the past. Like, I've seen Sir Winter make a Viking village, and he usually likes being friendly with people other than when he decides to just do PvP, because PvP is sometimes fun.
Yeah.
And even when he has like raids with people, he has mutual respect for them.
Mm-hmm. So it's
but-
it's all kind of like a character.
Yeah. And as for Zuckles, he is the biggest troll ever.
Yeah.
And he's very funny, and he likes doing bits of PvP, and he loves just running into crowds of people with snub pistols, banging a couple of people in the head, and getting absolutely lit the fuck up.
Yeah, I've seen him.
Yeah, or just running away, because that's just kind of his thing. And then you have the other two content creators, Trainwreck and XQC, who are both massive pricks.
Cheeto.
Let's put it this way. The issue that Trainwreck had with Sir Winter is that apparently he was bush camping. The only issue with that...
Do you say Bush? Fortnite? No.
No.
Sorry.
The issue he had was apparently that he was bush camping when he was running down the road.
Is bush
Now-
camping basically like hiding in a bush? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, I completely disagree. As I have seen from the footage that I've watched, he is running across a field. He hears a bunch of gunshots from like an MP5 or something. He's walking down the road. He sees someone running down the road. It's Trainwreck. He runs to the bush. He sits in the bush to see what weapon he's holding in his hand. He zooms in to check with his gun, and then he runs out of the bush after about 2 seconds of hiding in it and lights him up because it's the same gun that's just been firing and someone's died in chat with the same gun. So he thinks, oh, okay, this guy's just murdering people. In which case he runs out of the bush with a Tommy and shoots the ever-loving shit out of him. And he gets downed on the floor. And Trainwreck, instead of being a mutually good sport about it, like normal Rust players would be, other than, obviously, the Zergs who scream, like, you fucking N-word and all this sort of stuff. He decided to fucking be rude about it and was like, res me, bitch, res me. Like, how do you respond to that?
Revive me, I have the ray gun.
Yeah, precisely. But you just kept calling him a bitch over and over again and telling him to res him. And so Winter was just like, no, you're being fucking rude, and then shot him in the head.
It's like, res me, you fucking furry.
Oh, God's sake.
Not gonna get into that now.
He runs off, completely thinking that, okay, yeah, like, nothing to worry about there, just killed a guy in, like, PvP. Apparently, as I have seen from some other footage, Trainwreck claims to another guy that he was bush camping outside of his base, not true, for 30 minutes, also not true, and that he's a pimple-faced basement dweller that should really get his life together, etc., etc., calling him a faggot multiple times.
You can't say that, mate, when you're a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, precisely. And he posts in chat crying about, like, losing his loot and tries to get everyone to hate on this guy for basically no reason. And so Winter's like, what a fucking psycho.
Yeah. I mean, fair enough in him saying that.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Dickhead.
And that sparked, like, one hell of a campaign for Trainwreck to try and get him kicked off the server and stuff. But the final nail in the coffin was XQC, who attacked both Zuckles and Sir Winter, and on both occasions did stupid shit. From the moment that Sir Winter would encounter XQC, he would hate him. Because he was running along the road, XQC was on his horse, and he was like, the fuck do you want? Just chasing him on a horse with a bow. And he was like, nothing, man, I'm just, like, walking through. And he begins to draw his fucking bow. And so Winter just, like, John Wick's fucking magnetizes his shotgun to his head and blows his brains out. And he cries about it in chat and says that, oh, what a faggot, oh, it's fucking irrelevant, all that shit. Precisely what you would expect from those horrible fucking toxic Twitch streamers. And there were a couple of occasions where he would also run into XQC again and would probably end up killing him, and that only generated more hate.
Yeah.
Which would motivate XQC and Trainwreck to start throwing just crowds of people at their streams.
And that's why XQC and what was his name?
Trainwreck.
That's why their audiences have, like, really dwindled recently. It's like there was a massive Twitch leak where all of, like, everyone's, like, analytics were leaked, and they weren't even in the top 50. As, like, because everyone thought, oh, these guys are a bit of a cunt, so I'm gonna not support them. And that's why they've dwindled.
they are massive pricks.
Yeah.
Like I used to kind of respect XQC a little bit, but mostly because I found him incredibly hilarious because he was very stupid.
It's like the animals. It's like, is that a dog? Is that a...
Like, yeah, precisely. It's like, a dog, mate?
a dog? Why are you now Australian? Anyway.
Well, because I'm referencing Suicide Squad. But,
Oh yeah. Is it a werewolf? Sorry. Great movie, by the way.
Is it a dog? A dog?
Dog?
And what kind of dog do you think it is, mate?
Such a great movie. Even though it made less than its budget.
Yeah, precisely. Anyway, I'll move on to the Zuckles thing. Zuckles is trolling the shit out of everyone, gets involved with XQC, makes one hell of a reputation for himself. Goblin starts, well, Goblin, who was, that's what his name was on the Rust OTV server for XQC, but XQC starts putting bounties out for both of them, for people to start like running around chasing them for supplies and things to try and kill them. And beyond this, we had Zuckles, who gets into a arena fight with one of XQC's guys, who decides to fight him. And Zuckles is under the impression that they're trying to raid him because that's what he heard. And he like shouts out to people like, "These guys are trying to raid me!" And he was like, XQC immediately said, like, just ban him. Because like he's trying to call us out on bullshit that should have never happened. Because Zuckles is living in the South where PvP is not allowed.
Mm-hmm. So is he like predominantly a roleplay guy?
Probably. And XQC pretty much just says like, get him banned, because apparently he's trying to manipulate people into thinking that XQC is breaking the rules. But Zuckles was informed that he was going to raid him anyway.
Yeah, it's like you can't really ban someone for like hearing something and then saying, "Oh, this is kind of it." Like,
yeah,
I've been told this and been told it's true, so it's true. Like I don't really think you can blame someone for that.
Lastly, we have like some of the issues with Sir Winter, who, for a very long time, could not get the rules for the server because they posted the rules in the general chat fucking ages ago, which he was not aware of, and never updated the rules tab and never allowed him to see the rules until way later on. So he had to go on whatever Twitch like told him was correct, and often enough it was correct, but he hadn't heard of this roleplay thing yet, so he shoots someone on the border and then everyone hates him for it.
Yeah.
Because he's not been informed of the rules, let alone the fact that there is an unofficial one.
Yeah, so technically what he did was okay.
Yeah, but there you go. That goes into like the Sir Winter, let's all hate on this random YouTuber that's way lower in numbers and subscribers and stuff than this guy.
Yeah.
And some of the greatest highlights of XQC being a massive twat was not letting a bunch of people build anywhere near him because he said this land is owned to me and you cannot build here.
British Empire be like.
Yeah, precisely. Like he would just not allow it, no matter how much, and would deliberately collapse bases if anyone tried to do it, which is technically not allowed according to the unofficial rule. But hey, never got in trouble for it.
Makes sense.
So everyone hated XQC and Trainwreck after that, especially Moist Critical, who had no idea what was going on, but decided to make a hate video on Zuckles and Sir Winter anyway.
I think for what he's done, I think Critical has redeemed himself though. Because like his videos now, right? They're well informed and they don't really take anything out of context.
Like he's sort of learnt his lesson there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't know. You can't just erase your past.
Yeah, forgive but don't forget.
Precisely. 9/11, never forget.
But forgive the terrorists though.
Anyway, no. Let's talk about like something else because I've been talking about this for 20 minutes.
I mean, we're about an hour and a half in, Ben. It's been a long
God,
time.
Fucking an hour and a half, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It feels kind of longer, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, it kind of felt longer.
It felt longer.
Yeah, it
Past
did.
tense. I hope everyone enjoyed this episode. Ben has led me into a segue.
Have I?
Yeah, you said it in past tense.
I mean, we don't have to end now.
Ben. It is an hour and a half long.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Like an hour and a half. Eventually, people are gonna get bored.
If everyone hasn't left already, go subscribe to the Zebinar YouTube channel.
Probably have left because I'm not interesting. But still,
You are interesting. Don't put yourself down. And subscribe to Ben if he ever actually starts making a YouTube channel, which he said he will do about 10 times.
I know. I keep saying like I'm gonna stream and then just kind of forget to do it.
Well, this is your first bit of being on the internet.
Yeah, even though I've actually been on the internet before because your DVD uploads.
Okay, you being like the main character of a bit of internet.
Yeah, alright, fair enough.
Okay.
I mean, I personally think I'm just content.
You are content. You are content. Why do you think I got you and literally no one else?
Come for Zeb, stay for Ben.
Yeah, exactly. That's it.
Oh god, no! I don't think anyone will see me as that. But like, still.
Oh, I see you as that.
Fair enough.
Come for me, stay for Ben.
Yeah.
I mean, don't literally come for me.
Yeah, no, you're going into areas you do not need to.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh god,
it was a ghost.
No, I should say bye to everyone. So
no, Ben, you lead out the outro. You lead the outro.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Jesus.
Fuck you.
No, seriously, support Zeb. He is very fun. I've known him for like 8 years now. He's been trying to get this YouTube thing to go off the ground. So hey, if this does actually do something, then I'm glad to have helped.
Positivity.
Do you want to give people like your Twitter or anything else?
At Zebinar on Twitter. Don't follow me though, because I post some pretty shitty stuff on there. I mean, if you're into that, if you're into bad jokes
and just generally really stupid humor,
shut the fuck up. I will murder you.
I'm sure you will try, but it'll be like holding a midget at arm's length. Sorry, that was way more brutal than I meant it to
was.
Be.
It was. Can't believe you.
Oh god, right. No, positivity.
Positivity.
I'll probably make streams eventually. YouTube.com/SirDapper.
I don't know when I'll do that, but if I ever do, if this gets enough reception and people kind of say like, yeah, I want to see more of Ben, then yeah, sure, okay.
We're expecting his channel to
Um,
come about in the next 5 years.
Yeah, like if people do say that they want me to do a YouTube channel, then I will. I'm probably gonna do one anyway, but it'll give me more motivation.
The thing is, on
Um,
the DBD video, everyone said they really liked you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. Like I'll probably start doing streams soon then.
This has been the longest outro ever.
Yeah, precisely. We should really get to concluding this. But thank you. It's been a fun hour and a half talking about random shit and just making jokes about stuff. Hopefully we'll have something a bit more organized next time. I'd like to.
You'd like to. It's not gonna fucking happen with me here, mate.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. You will drift me off into several different directions.
I don't think we even finished talking about Squid Game.
No, we did. No, we did.
Oh,
We never finished like talking about why the whole Muslim thing exists with pork and
pork.
being like a sin, but we never. We can save that for like next time or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. I don't know what your outros usually consist of. I'll just say goodbye to you lovely people. Anything else you want to say?
Subscribe.
Oh boy, don't be one of those YouTubers.